Who were some of the first Mexican Crips that you recall?
Period or my section?
From your section? Was JuJu first? Was
JuJu.
Pete?
JuJu.
Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby.
When did Pete come along? Did JuJu recruit him or what?
No, Pete lived on Rose. Pete was a little kid. Pete came in around the time the cocaine and all that shit was cracking. You see how young he was on the thing with Turtle now. Pete was cracking around early 80s. JuJu right out the gate with Santana when Santana started.
Having Mexican friends that you guys grew up with, did that help in the dope game? Were Mexicans able to bring dope over here or at a cheaper price or anything?
Well, I wasn't involved in the dope game like that, so I can't really give an answer to that one, bro.
Did Santana have a lot of money back in the day before some of the other Compton hoods, in your opinion?
I'm gonna say the Pirus, man, they always was some sharp dudes, brother. you know, them niggas was getting money, man, shit. Some of them cats, I mean, I knew some other niggas, they wasn't Pirus, Crip niggas, was hustler type dudes, you know. Had some flamboyant on them, but it was just something about them Pirus, bro. Them dudes, man, they was pretty sharp, man, in regards to that, man. Getting money, especially like guys from Treetop. I knew back in the early days, some Fruit Towns. Shit, I knew some Nudist Park niggas was getting money. I don't want to be putting cuz dude name out there and shit, but he was in jail with me. He told me how they got him for the heist. And he said, but they didn't get the money. He said, Sag, they didn't get the money. Homie said, when I get out, I'm gonna give me a Cadillac, this and that. You tell him what all he's gonna do, right? So he get out way before me, and I get out. And sure enough, you know what happened?
He came by and blessed you.
That nigga pulled up in the caddy, bro. He's straight Pyro too, but he's my nigga, man. That nigga pulled up in the caddy. Nigga had his Bossellini on, you know what I'm saying? Some Taylor-like shit, shoes. That's how they was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they straight players, man. They had some pimping they shit for real back in the day. So shout out to them cats, man.
Speaking of pimping, man, when did you first see the hoes on Long Beach Boulevard?
When I came home from jail.
That early, in the 70s?
1980. I came home September 1980. They was out there.
Wow. Was you out when Lime Hook became a thing?
Man, Lime Hook was like a thorn inside, bro.
Before you went to jail or after?
I'm gonna say after.
All right.
I'm gonna say after.
Mm-hmm. So the 80s.
Yeah.
What other new sets that came out when you came back home that you didn't know about, or you start to see while you was locked up, people coming in from other hoods?
I know Joint and Snake from 107 Hoover was out there.
But in Compton, in your area?
They was going to school and in our sections and shit like that. There was a few LA dudes out there.
What about Cross Atlantic? When did they come out?
I I remember Carl Solani before I went to jail.
Okay, they were early set.
I went to jail in 77, but I heard of them before I went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
CAP, C-A-P.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a couple run-ins with them dudes before too.
When did Elms Lane come out?
You say who?
Elms Lane.
Since day one.
Originals.
Since the East Side Power Route started, it was Am Lane Power Route. They called it street too, you know, but it was Am Lane Power Routes, man. That was Woody T, Herbert Jr., the Chisholm, the Davises, the Johnsons, and Little George, Butch, his brother. He was the Pattons, Big West Patton, and them. It was them dudes, man.
Before Baby Gangster moved to the set, didn't some Pyrus live in his house?
Yeah, the house, Gangsta and them family moved into the Lowe family there. It's a family called the Lowes. It was at least 2 brothers, at least, if not 3, and some sisters and the parents. They went to school with us. They really didn't walk in our crowd, you know, with us to school, but stuff. I told you when I brought them up when we did the first interview a while back, one of them got a hold of me through Facebook, mm-hmm. and we exchanged numbers, and he called me. He said, "Hey Harvey, wow, we were surprised to see somebody still remember the family." I said, "Man, how can we forget y'all?" You know what I mean? Because shit, they was dead. Shit, we moved in 68. Shit, they was there in 69, 78, if not before us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So how we ain't gonna remember them? So yeah, and he told me about his brother Kenny. Yeah, Kenny was Pyruto, but the other brothers wasn't gangbangers that I knew of.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask this question. If it wasn't for people like Killer Wayne, Killer Bray, Donald Duck Norwood, and you can add some names to that list, would that whole East Side have been Pyru? North of Alondra?
I'm gonna say Killer Wayne, Don Norwood, and a host of others was the reason, bro, that our section was Crips. But I'm also say the Red House, having the LA Crips up in there, how they had them too, kind of helped with that. It helped with that. Having Tookie and other guys like that was in the Red House at the time. So, because they was hanging out in the city, you know, in our section, you know, our general section. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to give the credit to Oliver Dwayne Roberts and Don Norwood.
Not to get into Atlantic Drive business, but do you feel it was kind of the same with the house over there in Atlantic Drive where all the Crips used to go visit?
Yeah, it was a second group home over there. And then he had a girl one down the street from that one. So it was 2 he had over there. I don't remember who it was. I remember, you know, but it was so long ago. But it was, yeah, we had like dudes who was like, let's say maybe they was probably cute 102s or something up in the motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
11-8.
Yeah, you know, that type of shit. They might have been Watergate or something, I don't know, you know, kind of shit. But it was LA Crips up in them boys, them group homes. Mm-hmm. More than it was Compton like niggas. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they was hanging out in our city, going up in our stove, you know, when they wanted beer, you know, and shit like that. Yeah. That's why you see Jamil Burns the most. When I saw him, he was in Compton. with Tookie. He had a 64 Chevy back then, big old nigga, you know, in a 64 Chevy, fro, all that, you know what I'm saying? That's when we had the afros. It was cracking back then, cuz. You know, that's what I say, like, back then, like, when these gangs was out, cuz, you knew who the leaders of these groups was. And you know how you knew?
Yeah.
They walked in the front. The rest of us strolled behind them, cuz. So we barely, like, it's Friday, we at school. People saying where the party's gonna be, right? Oh, it's gonna be a party on Cookcake. It's gonna be a party over here. It's gonna be ooh. So we in by all these parties. So we all get off for school. We all hanging out on Willow on the streets. Yeah, cuz the party on those parties, the party on McDonald's, the party over here, the party over in Kelly Park, blah blah blah, shit like that. We all talking. You know, yeah, cuz we all gonna get together and go, right? So we all break it up, shit, whatever. Nigga might go change into something else he wanna wear for the party and all that shit. So next thing you know, cuz we all back grouped up on Willow, we drinking, we smoking and shit, talking about what party we gonna go first. So we all get to building, we just wait on it to get dark. You know, the parties don't start till it get dark. So we get to building, cuz when we building to the party, like let's say we're going to one on McDivitt, and we on Willow. And we all leaving Willow together. Cuz it'd be Killer Wayne, his girl, Killer Bray, his girl, and it'd be the rest of us behind them, cuz strolling. That's how we approach the party. You know, we say we gonna go. We hanging out in Willow. We say let's go hang out at Wilson. That's the formations that we took. Now, when you see, we show up at a high school football game. When you see the other gangs and shit, they leaders. When you see their group, they leaders be strolling in the front. Niggas like King Snake. I remember King Snake and them, King Neen and them, guys like them. Cuz Heron. When I seen Spook Towns. You know, them to be the guys in the front. It was like a formation, cuz, that we took.